It's a very interesting shloka from Vedanta Sutra. Prakashascha karmani abhyasat. You see, many times a sadhaka will have doubts whether he will get perfection by the spiritual practices which he is practicing very diligently. That can be there especially a new devotee's consciousness, because he might not have immediately the results which are promised in the Shastra. Okay? So, Vedanta Sutra 3.2.26, it has been mentioned here, Prakashascha karmani abhyasat. Karmani means actions, and Prakashascha, and abhyas means practice. That means by repeatedly practicing or applying ourselves to the spiritual discipline of chanting Hare Krishna, of seeing the deity, of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, taking prasadam, repeatedly doing it over and over again. And you know that in practice, in abhyas, we don't do different things. We would do the same things over and over again. Do you agree? Yes. So these actions are spiritual. We are coming in contact with the Supreme Lord by engaging in these actions, and that every action is purifying us. All our ignorance is because our heart is covered by avidya, ignorance potency of the Lord. So every time we are coming in contact with the Lord, some ignorance is getting removed, even if we can't notice it immediately. Are you able to follow? Yes. So, just like you see, we hear that we are not the bodies, we are soul. We are part and parcel of Krishna only, and we do not belong to anyone in this world. These are truths which applies to every soul, for you, for me, everyone. But everyone does not feel like this. They may feel it is all theoretical. And we have a loving relationship with Krishna. Love, and for Krishna, I don't feel any love for the Lord. Something like that. So we must remember, these are all truths which are hidden. Just like right now it's night time, the sun is away from our eyes. But it's not that sun is not there. We have to just remain alive, and in the morning we'll see the sun when it rises. Mark my words very carefully. By our own strength, we cannot cause the sun to appear. We have to somehow remain alive. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, I'm giving the example of His Holiness Sachidanand Maharaj himself, who had spoken this himself in front of public also. He said that he was thinking, since I have chanted 16 rounds for 2 hours, why not give my full effort into it? And that's a big question. We have to think ourselves, are we giving our full effort in chanting our rounds, or are we doing it half-heartedly? Think about it. And then he said that by doing this over the years and doing it again and again, he developed a sense of relationship with Krishna. Are you able to follow? Just like we have a natural sense of relationship with our parents. She is my mother, he is my father, he is my brother, and all that, which is actually all false. Atma doesn't have this brother, father, and sister. It's all because of avidya that we think like this, and it all appears very natural to us, is it not? And we act as per that. So Maharaj explained very nicely that he developed a sense of relationship with Krishna. Now you may think, so what did he achieve by this? With whom he developed a sense of relationship? With Krishna. Who is Krishna? Krishna is supremely attractive. Krishna is supremely powerful. Krishna is supremely merciful. You understand? Anything supreme, most attractive. And if you develop, if that relationship is manifested in the heart that I belong to Krishna, now what kind of security you will feel in your heart, is it not? Suppose if your father is supremely rich, will anyone work in a factory? What is the answer? No. Why? My father will take care. Why should I have to work in a factory? I will make nice khichdi and offer to Krishna and enjoy. Is it not? Something like that. I will eat my whatever prasadam. I'll just enjoy my life. And what if the father is very loving and everything? Is it no? So you understand my point? So you can understand what kind of sense of security, sense of peace a person will experience when he develops this sense of relationship with the Lord. The relationship is there, but because we don't have a sense of that relationship, we feel that we are alone. We need shelter. Is it not? We all feel that. We all hanker for a shelter. And by this chanting Hare Krishna mantra, Maharaj is explaining that he's feeling that Krishna is there, Krishna is holding my hand. In the sense, he's taking care of me. Krishna is taking care of us, but we are not able to feel it. We are not able to understand it. So by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, a person begins to understand. Now, I will say something more about practice. The word here is abhyas. You see, whenever we practice something, there is some goal in front of us. Is it not? Suppose if you want to learn harmonium. So one devotee wanted to learn harmonium. So it's not that you don't want to play nicely. So when we are doing practice, there is something in our mind, some goal is there, some standard is there. This person I have seen is playing very nicely, I want to play like him, although I can't play like him right now, but I will practice it so that one day I will become like this. Do you agree? When we practice, when we are not perfect. So what happens by this? We hear, just like now we are hearing about Sachidanand Maharaj. We hear about Haridas Thakur who was chanting 24 hours. Blissful. So although we cannot do, but when we practice, we do it as nicely as possible with an aspiration that one day by Krishna's mercy we will be on that stage. Is it okay? And also in regard to this practice, Lord Shri Krishna himself says who is the person who will actually get knowledge. It's very nice shloka from 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparah sanyitendriyah jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadhigacchati. Shraddhavan, who is faithful to this spiritual practice, yet that by these I will get perfection. Tatpara, and he constantly engages in Krishna's service, and sanyitendriya, he controls his senses from sense gratification. That person gets knowledge. That means prakashascha karmani. Prakash, he gets that spiritual knowledge is revealed within his heart. And what will be the result of that knowledge? Param shantim. He will get divya, transcendental, ecstatic or supreme peace in his heart. How he will get achirena? In getting knowledge, it will take some time. He has to be faithful, he has to be dedicated to serving Krishna, he has to control his senses. But once the knowledge is manifested, it won't take more time to become peaceful and happy. You can look up at the shloka. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparah sanyitendriya. If I'm not wrong, it is after 4.34, but you have to see where it is. I think it is 4.34. Just you have to find it out. So now, another angle to it, that when we are practicing, we are trying to improve our devotional service. So what did we learn here? By the contact of the Supreme Lord in this way, with proper practice, Krishna, by coming in contact with Krishna's holy names, as we keep on chanting, our avidya, our ignorance is getting destroyed, and Prabhupada explains, the holy name of Lord Krishna arises in the heart like the sun. So see, right now we cannot see the sun, but sun slowly manifests, and the very first rays of the sun also destroy all ignorance, all darkness. And when the sun is fully blazing, then all darkness is removed. Please hear carefully this phenomenon and example which you see every day. Every day we see sunrise if you wake up early in the morning. Is it not? Some devotees may have difficulty, but most of the devotees wake up early in the morning and they see how sunrise happens. Before sunrise, when there is no sun, complete darkness, fine? And you say, oh, there is no sun. But sun is there. Sun is there. And slowly sun is manifesting by his own potency. At his own speed, you can't control the sun, but you have to remain alive and awake, fine? And then you see the first dawn, very nice red color, and the darkness is removed. But slowly, tomorrow you can see that sun becomes more reddish, orangish, and at some point the sun is full blaze. Then there is no scope for any darkness. Are you able to follow what I'm trying to say? Similarly, we are chanting, and we are thinking our ignorance will get dissipated. But one day the sun of the holy name will be ablaze in our heart, which is called love of God, and where we will be completely conscious and aware of our relationship with Krishna. There will not be any ignorance. We will never ever, try to hear this, once that ignorance is destroyed, you will never ever consider yourself as your body, or we will never consider like this. That also has been explained by Bhagavad Gita, in the Bhagavad Gita, that you will gain knowledge from those who are seers of truth, and after getting that knowledge, na punar moham, you won't lend yourself again to ignorance. What an amazing inspiration, is it not? Only one time down payment eternally. Whatever we have to do, we don't have to do anything strange. Chant Hare Krishna, take prasadam, hear from Bhagavad Gita. Our ignorance is getting destroyed for good. You understand this word? For good. And one day Krishna will manifest in himself in our heart like the sun. There won't be any ignorance for time eternity. Do you feel inspired by this? I feel so much inspired, no matter what austerities are there. Then, last of all, I would say, what will be manifested? What will be prakashascha? What will be the manifestation? What will we understand? Can be many things, but Prabhupada says very nicely, by chanting Hare Krishna, the devotee, the soul realizes that his only object of love is Krishna. Very beautiful. You see, it's very, very nice. It's not that you or me don't know how to love. But what we have done is, because of some misjudgment, we think, why should I love only Krishna? I should love somebody else also. I love my tongue, love my eyes, love my husband, love my this and love my that and so on. But don't love Krishna. That means I am investing my love in different bank accounts which are not reciprocating. Do you agree what I'm trying to say? So as we keep on chanting Hare Krishna, Prabhupada says the devotee becomes to realize my only object of love is Krishna. So even if we can't realize it now, prakashascha karmani abhyasat. And I like this statement of Srila Prabhupada because this is Prabhupada's realization. Our only object of love is Krishna. And that's what Krishna also wants. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaj imam namaskuru. You think of me only. You think of me, you become my devotee, you worship me, and you pay obeisances to me, and you will come back to me. So all these things what we are hearing will come within our range by constant practice. So that's what Vedanta Sutra is saying, prakashasta karmani abhyasat. And if you relate it with the previous japa talks, which says that asakrit abhyasat, one should practice again and again so that you get these realizations. Till the time you don't get this realization, you keep on practicing it nicely, chant Hare Krishna, keep on chanting till we actually can see Krishna within our own hearts. And also see Krishna directly. Okay? So all is there in store for us, provided we keep on chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So we'll chant Hare Krishna now, nicely. Keep on practicing. Be very happy that we have now got the opportunity to practice. Don't be, gloomy that when will I see Krishna. Just be happy that we are in the train which is going back to Godhead. We have got the opportunity to practice, because so many people in this world are not even getting the opportunity to practice this chanting of Hare Krishna. Even if they may be wealthy or whatever, they will remain poor for so many lives we don't know. But with every practice, with every contact with the Supreme Lord by any of the ninefold processes of devotional services, are always a forward march back home, back to Godhead. So as you are chanting Hare Krishna, you are coming closer to Krishna. Okay? Like that. So be never in any doubt that this practice will ever go in vain. Endeavors for advancing in Krishna consciousness can never be baffled. They can never go in vain. Your chanting of Hare Krishna mantra is always fruitful. Okay? So we'll chant now. Hare Krishna.